What's up, everybody? My name is Shadow Phoenix. Welcome back to an episode of Crystal Gardens, which I know, I'm sorry, this should have been up on Sunday. Unfortunately, I just had way too many things going on. Lack of sleep, too much work, a lot of other things kind of led to that. Mostly a whole lot of playing of Conan this week. I've been really into Conan, so yeah. But anyway, here it is. So I'm going to give you an episode on today of Crystal Gardens, and then there will be another episode on the weekend as well. So you get another 2 episodes of Crystal Gardens this week. This will most likely be kind of a continued build on this one, because this one is going to take me a little bit. So what are we doing? Well, I am doing a signature attraction for our park. Basically, it's going to be a Haunted Mansion type ride. A lot of the interior is kind of planned out in my head, but mostly what we're going to be working on for a little bit is just the outside facade. And one thing that I was told by a lot of people was just like, well, this just seems really large. Like, this doesn't seem realistic at all. The scale is way off. Like, the building seems big. Shrink it down. Maybe not so many, like, parts of the building and stuff. Well, here's the thing. This building has to be kind of large because it's got a huge ride on the inside of it. As for realism, okay, yes, the scale was off. And I spent, not in this video that you're going to see, but I spent so much time trying to scale it down. And I got it to where I thought was to be manageable, basically. You won't see that, but you will see it in probably the next video when I actually kind of show off everything that I did outside of this. So this was like one of the last time lapses that I have for Crystal Gardens currently. Everything else after this was just kind of like I built it and I didn't record it. So I think after this is going to be just a lot of like, hey, this is what we've done. Hope you guys enjoy it. Also, the Crystal Gardens episodes are going to be coming a little less frequently. We're going to be working on some other stuff for Planet Coaster for a little bit. But don't worry, I'll still be doing these videos. I haven't forgotten about the park. I'm still working on the park. There's a lot to show off. So, yeah, we've got a lot planned. Alright, so anyway, let's talk a little bit about what we're doing. I wanted a courtyard kind of out front. And this particular area was like the perfect spot for this ride. I could put it in this little corner here, and then where it's got that curved area right in front of it with the path, that's perfect. And you will see why here in a minute when I actually do the gate and stuff into it. And I wanted this tower to be the main entrance. Like, I wanted the whole building to kind of come off of this one big main tower. And like I said, the scale is like way off, but I do shrink it down quite a bit. And you guys, you will definitely see that in the next episode. Here we have the colors. I decided to go with this kind of red brick kind of look. I really think it turned out really well. I love the colors for it. It fits the park really well. It's very, I don't know, it's just very gothic in a way, and very dark looking. It's like a crimson red. So I like it. I think it's pretty good. It's like a light crimson. So what I decided to do with it was that this is kind of my thoughts behind it, on why it's so big and everything. It's a huge attraction on the inside of it. So it's a very, very large show building. A lot of this isn't actual brick. A lot of this is, we're going to say it's like fake brick. Like, it's probably just like a metal building, but the outside of it is using like this like covering that kind of looks like it's brick, like painted to look like brick and stuff. That's what we're going to go with. You can kind of see here, I keep adding a few more towers to it here and there. And everybody on the Bro Coaster Discord was telling me, they were the ones that was telling me, oh, you need to take off some of these towers. It's just, that's too big. I think the towers make it, and I really don't think that it's not realistic. I hope you guys will agree with me once it's actually done, that it looks fantastic, it looks manageable. I looked at a lot of different haunted houses when I was building this. I looked at Disney's. I looked at Alton Towers, a couple of different ones. And the size and scope of this building is kind of Disney-esque. But I feel like what we're going to do is a little bit more, we're going to hide a lot of the show building. Like, The back of it you won't be able to see. You guys will see that in the next video. So back of it is just basically a plain metal, like corrugated metal building, and then it's all hidden by trees and bushes and a little bit of like berm. But there were so many angles that you're going to be seeing this from. I couldn't do the entire thing in just like one large building. So, and I really think all the different angles and the different towers and everything really makes this building kind of stand out. I feel like this is something that, as a park owner, I spent a lot of money on to build. It's a multi-million-dollar attraction. It's one of the state-of-the-art ones too. I'm not going to go with the old ghost trains. I'm going to go with those new ones, kind of like not the dune buggies, but the ones that are like the trackless rides, basically. Kind of like the way that the one at Effling just was. I don't remember the name of it in the actual game itself, but out of the 2 dark rides that we have, it's not the ghost train, so you guys can figure out which one I mean. So we're gonna go with those for the actual things. Here we are doing the courtyard, and you see I had a little bit of trouble trying to make a circle there, and then I remembered, oh yeah, there's a trick you can do with this. You can set it so that it follows the camera, and if you kind of look down on it, and you can just place it just by clicking your mouse. I may do a video. If you guys are interested, I can do a video and show you how to do that so that you can kind of get the hang of it as well. Let me know in the comments below if you're interested in learning how to make perfect circular paths. I can definitely make a video and show you how to do that. Now, the fencing around this. The fencing, I don't think I actually finished off the fencing and stuff in this as far as what it's going to actually look like. But you get the basic idea here. I took some brick and I put down some brick walls and then messed around with these here, some gates. I think in the end, this is kind of what it ended up looking like, or pretty close to it. Now, let's start decorating this. For the actual mansion itself, I decided to take these brick edge pieces and put them up around the side. We went with some Gothic windows around the front. The entrance itself, I already had this in mind what I wanted to use, and it worked out so perfect right there too. So we went with that. It definitely gives it that Gothic look, and I'm really, really happy with that. The windows up here, though, were a whole different story. I tried so many different combinations of windows and stuff, and like playing around with like different, directions on them, like turning them upside down. I tried using doors and then putting windows in it because I've seen people do that. In the end, I think I just went with a basic window. So, yeah, that was all kind of pointless. Once I get all these windows on here, we will talk about the next section of this. I really like those big, long windows right there. Those are perfect. Also, something else you're going to see me do is I adjust a lot of the building quite a bit, just to kind of get the angles just right, to make it look just perfect. There's so many little adjustments that I make throughout the entire video here that, to some people probably don't amount to much. A lot of people will just kind of place it down and be like, oh yeah, that looks fine. But I'm very particular about things, so. Now here, what I did here was I raised the tower up just a little bit to get more of a window in there. And then I took these windows and put them in these arches. And then kind of set them back a little bit so it looks like the arched windows basically. And that came out really, really well. I was very happy with that. I think I ended up shrinking that tower down some from the top though. Like I bring the actual roof down some instead of having it so much space in between the windows and the roof. So we shrink that down. Some of the towers I ended up shrinking down as well later on. The roof and stuff was kind of a pain. There you see me trying to get that just right there. Alright, now for this is something that, you know, the Disney Haunted Mansion kind of had, and I really, really like it. It's these circular rooms with windows that go all the way around. Ballroom-esque kind of rooms, except, you know, it's not big enough to be a ballroom, but yeah, still. I really like those in the game, so I like to do those when I can with my haunted buildings and stuff. So yeah, and then I just had to figure out a way to actually make it match with the building and stuff, because as you can see, the windows kind of sit out a bit. And so I tried a few things here, turning some things around on its side, using different pose. Then I had to figure out how to make it match to the ground, so I tried a few different things there. I just wasn't happy with much. And then finally I find the item that I was very, very happy with. See, like, none of these things are really working out for me right now. One last try, we'll try this. Nothing. Alright, and this right here, this is where I discovered these. I was like, oh, that's perfect, yes. But then as soon as I put these down, I realized I'm going to have to go around this entire building with that. So I actually just ended up making more work for myself. But sometimes more work ends up with a much better product in the end. So I think I ended up, I was trying to figure out how I was going to get these to go around these windows. And yeah, what I ended up doing was I remembered, oh yeah, there's some little pieces that kind of go around that. So we can just bring the roof out just a little lower there. Like that. There we go. And don't worry, I do end up painting all of the roof. So no worries about that. Connected to the rest of the building, I just went in and put some more of those side pieces in. The brick edges that run up along the side of the building. Now, right here, you can really kind of see the entire building really coming together, giving that dark feeling, that haunted mansion feeling, that gothic kind of look. Just by putting some trees and stuff in there, you can see how much better it looks just with a little bit of foliage. That's always the trick. Add a foliage and you'll see the final product really starting to take shape. Just throwing some more edges onto it. Now, I tried a lot of different stuff on this right here to try to get what I wanted. This was actually kind of tricky here. I actually don't even remember what I ended up going with either. Here, I was thinking about maybe putting something like on top of the roof. I don't know, something about the tower just seemed off to me, and I kept trying to figure out what I wanted to do with it to make it work. I always find something in my builds that's just like, you know, there's something not quite right about it. It needs a little bit more. Sometimes, though, you can add too much. There's a fine line between getting it just perfect and tacky and not, you know, it's just too much detail. Too much detail can actually cause more issues than not having enough detail. So definitely a fine line between getting it just perfect and then having it kind of different. But anyway, yeah, so we're running out of video here. Unfortunately, I didn't record all of this, and I think some of the video was actually lost in my hard drive crash a while back ago, so we did lose some of that. But there will be another episode here on the weekend. We will continue this. I'm going to show you guys the finished product at that point, and we'll go over some of the details and stuff, some of the changes I made. And in the meantime, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Welcome back to Crystal Gardens. I'm sorry I missed it on Saturday, but all said and done, I think we got a pretty good video here. So I will see you in the next one, which you will see this weekend. And of course, I'll see you in videos all week long, as well as some YouTube live streams we're doing this week. I know I said I was going to do those on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. This week, though, I think we're going to do Tuesday and Thursday this week. And then next week, we'll do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday kind of schedule. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. This is Shadow Phoenix signing out. Thanks so much for being a fan. Thanks so much for watching. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. See you guys.